Good night, Zodiac. It's good night already here. I just sending the live stream links on the Discord, Facebook, and after that I will start the content that we are going to cover on this stream. Okay. Okay. Well, I opened the chat so I can read while I just have one screen, so I need my cell phone here to read the chat. Okay. Well, let's start. So, well, welcome everyone who is here waiting for Slayer's updates. It's the second stream I'm making this in this channel. We're only going to I will speak English most of the time in this live stream, but you can ask questions in Portuguese or in other language. If you ask something in Korean, maybe I can't understand. Still can't read. If only if I get some automated translator, but I don't have that kind of tool here. So I will only be able to answer questions in English and Portuguese. Spanish I can understand too. Well, the we are doing this, what's going to have in the stream. I going to show what we are doing, basically what we have doing this week, what we've been studying, our challenges. I'm going to show some developments that we are doing, so we are going to show a lot of details today about how to map, how the mapping is working, how we have to, well, the releases we had. So we are going to cover a resume of the week. I think that's the best way to call what to show to tell what is going to happen here. I think that's it. Just to remember, English is not my native language, so maybe I can get some confused sometimes, but I think we can go. So let's go to the content I'm about to hit today. So we are going to start with the releases. So what we released this week, and looking at the left here, Erros now considered the physical terrain and water. So I think if you tried the game last month or some weeks ago, you notice that maybe when you try to shift attack and there was a wall, the mob, the game allowed to hit the mob, even if we can see here, the arrow stop in the wall, so it's never getting in the mob. But but this was only possible this week because we started to map all the edges of this wall. We can attack from below to above, but we can attack from above to below too. This is what we call blocked cell. So every blocked cell, if it projectiles enters in a blocked cell, he is vanished. So the project disappear. We can say that. And here on the right we have two more examples. When we first started to implement the walls, we just put all the unalkable cells, we put it then as blocked. But as we've been testing on Alpha server, we can see that when we shoot arrows from the water, the arrow, at least on the client, it's drawn. He passed the water and keep going until he hit the mob. We make an adjustment this week. This helped us a lot with that, so we can distinguish what is a cell with wall and what is a cell with water. We call the wall blocked cell. We call the water soft cell. So this corner and the water have the same property. They cannot be. I cannot put a character and ask it to walk on a soft cell, but I can send a projectile, and projectiles can go through soft cells, and that's why we can now hit the mobs. Even if we are against the water. So that's it. It is now working. All maps we are going to add from now, it's going to have this behavior, and I will show now. Okay. Every map now should have this behavior. There's still can have some bugs. So if you identify that you are attacking in a cell that you think you shouldn't, you can just post on Discord so we can try to understand what's happening. This can be buggy, so we can miss some mapping cell. I'm gonna show later. So report on Discord if you find any cell that's behavioral or that have a strange behavior. Okay. Another thing that we have on the current server is that mob can be aggressive. If you played on the alpha server, you could notice that all mobs are stopped, but now we can use a flag. We just turn it on, and if our characters get near a mob, he automatically will start to follow us and starting to attack. But currently all the mobs we have been putting on the game, they are still peaceful, so they don't follow you. If you think we are adding maps and you start to notice that, hey, in this map, in the original game, when I joined the map, if I get near a mob, he will start following me and attack me. This is the kind of information that need to be posted on Discord, in chat, in screenshots, development chat. Just ask for a map that should have a mob following, that we can already add this behavior. So this is ready. This is ready. It's done. We just didn't turn it on, so all the mobs currently are peaceful. Right, and now we're going to show what is this working of map cells. I recorded a video this week. If you are following the updates on the Discord, you could notice that there was a lot of updates about sign updates. Sign is the wood that we can click to go to one map to another. So what I'm going to show here now is how we add a map in this game. Let me see here if I can. Okay, well, I'm showing a video here on the screen. Don't know if it's readable. Hope think I can make it right. So what I show here is, okay, I made a zoom on the video too. Let me come back a bit. Okay, I think we can do this. Fine. first thing is that we have a class that we can map all the maps we have. So each line here, pathfinding, we need to create the map. So the map is like a matrix, two-dimensional board, x and y axis. So we have also for the map work, we need to map and collect all the pixels and say this is well, there's nothing in this pixel. Oh, there's this pixel is blocked. So in this line we add a map, and for each map we need to create a function here and call the map name. So in this case I was adding Tiger Valley, so I created a function here, Tiger Valley, and every map have a data set that we need to fill with the cells telling what have in that cell. So position, I will give example, position x1 and y3. So if there's a wall in this pixel, I need to 1, 3, blocked, a type. And we have to put the dimension of the range of this board. So in this case here, we have to create the map. We pass the dataset that contains the properties of each cell, and the second argument is what's the size of this board. So as I adding this for the first time, I don't know what's the size of this board, so I just put it this number here, it's higher sufficient, so that I don't exceed any bytes, any pixels. Usually these maps have around 100 pixels in the two axes, so we are fine here. So I just added the map here, go into the game, I just okay, I just going a little forward. Okay, so we added what we call the map. So it's an empty map. So we just added Tiger Valley like empty. All the cells are all cable. So after that, we need to access this area in the game. So we need to add the sign. So we have this. So okay, we have this file here calling export CSV that we okay here. This file here, there's a lot of properties. It's the configuration of each sign that we have in the game. So if I just want to put a sign in the game, I just have to go to this file here and put the position. So we have to always go to the open the client, like I've been doing that video. I just going to mention so I can know which pixel is on the okay. So here I saw that I think people are sending images on Discord, so we can place the signs correctly with that. We just go in the game here and press some magic. So I use that magic here, go to server login, and I got the position I casted the spell. So I use a teleport on X6 and IO40 here. So I just get this coordinate, go to the sign I'm going to add. In this case it was a sign in Mantis Village. Here I sometimes I have to see which code it's okay. What? Just come back a little. So here I open in maps and nulls. Here we have a list with all the IDs. Each map have a unique identifier so that we can access this map. So in this case, if we send to the game client. I want to open the map 5. He will open the Tiger Valley map. So each number here, it's a code that we send to the client, and he opens the map. In this case was 5. I just have to look here at Mantis Village. This line here, 5, it's the line that goes to Tiger Valley. So I just have to enable this field, put the coordinates. So in this case I was adding the coordinate here. This parameter here, I placed one. There is a type of each sign that we add on the map, we can send what we call a object ID. This object ID have various values. It's going from 0 to 100, 200. I don't know. There's a lot of numbers we can add in here, and each number draws a different sprite. So this sign to that direction is 0, the sign to that direction is 1, the sign to that direction is 2, 3. After that he starts to draw other objects. That's why if you played on the older versions of the auto server, you could see that on Yellow River there was a statue that we can use it to go to Western Village. We can configure here on this flag. Nice, Rafa. Okay, I just think I made a mistake here. Yeah, I made. We have two export CSV. It's the one with a few fields that it's the one that's working right now. It's a bit easier. I just leave it the properties that we use. The other CSV had a lot of properties that we did not to make the default behavior of the sign. We don't need a lot of fields. So this version now it's have fewer fields than before, and here I'm going to add the sign. Okay, let's see. So we put the sign position here. Here we put the sign direction sprite. It's always have to be this 1 4 2 on the end. I don't know why, but this is what we can difference a portal, a warp, and a sign. So this is this last field here. I think when we are going to add some portals, we have to don't put 1 4 2. We should put other value. And I just enabled the sign here, but if we can see that there's these two zeros fields. It's the start position when the players enters this sign. So if we want to read that, we can never repeat this number, this ID. So this is the unique identifier entity ID of the sign. These two arguments here are, so we are going to stage map 5. Where is going to be the start position? We put that here. These two other pairs here, it's the sign position in this map. So map 16, the sign will be placed on 614 with the sprite 1, and it's enabled. So when a player joins, he will see that. Let's see here now. I just log in here. Well, I inside the sign. We can see that the sign was added, and remember I put the 00. Well, I on the top of the map, and as we haven't mapped any pixel, the teleport is free here. That's why we can teleport to anywhere when we add a map. So there's no blocks. We have to add the blocks. Usually when I will start to map a new map, I just take a walk on the map just to, sometimes there's different objects in maps. that we like this stone here. It's the first time I seen this stone, so I should understand if it's a soft cell or blocked cell. We should test this. As we get, we start to add maps. We start to notice some patterns. Things start to get more fast. But it's always a good idea. Take a walk on the map and see if there is anything different that we haven't seen before. So I think here I need to add the reverse way, so I joined from Mantis Village through Tiger Valley, and now I want to make the opposite way. In this case here, I think my spell was bugged on the video. Let me go a little. Okay. Right. That's an important thing. We have to put the correct data set on the map. In this case, I using the Tiger Valley map, but I was using the data set from other villages, so the pixel I was trying to use teleport was blocked and my magic got stuck. So we have to take, sometimes we mess up the parameters, but we can see what is happening with time. So now I could use teleporting there, and I'm going to check on the log. Okay, that's the position I'm going to place the way back to the sign to go to back to Mantis Village. Let's see. Okay, 2 or 3. I think it's 3. Now it's enable. Map 5 Tiger Valley, 16 is Mantis code. So as we need to, when going back to Mantis, be placed near the sign that's related with Tiger Valley, so we can always look on this data set to check the position of the other sign. I usually just make the player spawn 3 pixels far away from the sign. So this is a pattern I've been using. So I always add 3 on X or -3 with some of the coordinates. This is just a feeling I do. Don't know if it's what the original rule. So now we have added the sign. Just what if we come back and watch this again, this is what we need to do to add a sign, so I can connect the maps. This is the work we have to do to all the points on this game that sends to another map. And now I think we are going to map just mapping. I will show now how I've been doing this with the current version. I think there is some things I don't know if it's the best way, but I do this setup here to help me make things more fast, and I'm going to explain now every step. So there's this snippet of code here on handle player moving. There is this destination here and this event. Why did we need these 2 lines here? It's because when this line is triggered, we draw on the map tool. It was and that's why I know I started to show a lot of code here, and we are talking about releases, but this is what Zizi developed this week for us, so we can map the maps more fast. The map. Okay. We can collect the pixels and more fast to make the stage stable. And I only there is a a pattern I've been using that is using the teleport skill. So I get the trigger from the teleport skill, but I don't do nothing. I do my code. Why I do this? Because if I want to interact with the game, right? I'm debugging the game here, and I want to interact with coordinate. If I use the movement, I can't access all the pixels because I can't move to. He don't accept me to click on a water, so I can't do this with the movement button. And some spell have range, and some of them are really few pixels I can click. When we use teleport, it's like we can click all the screen at any time. So I've been using, I subscribe, oh my god, there's a motor here. I subscribe the teleport behavior so I can click on any pixel of the game and do some action with that. In this case, every time I select teleport and cast this spell, because of that line of code I added here, he will draw on this map, what we call map handler here. So this is, I usually have to make the game client more bigger for it helps the click. And this is the tool that Zizi made. It's called map render, and we can select all the maps here of the game. So we just need to get the name of the map we are. So in this case it's Tiger Valley. We just selected Tiger Valley here. Well, when we click, he will draw all the pixels of this map here. As this map don't have any pixels mapped yet, because I'm starting to do that right now, it's that way. It's blank map. When I going to start to click with the right click here, he will start to draw. He didn't select teleport, try to draw, but nothing is happening. This is because we have to enable in-game option. This way, I will start to click and he started to draw that dot, that line that have been drawn here. So it needs to be perfect. So there's a detail here that's important. This one here. So okay. Right. Well, we can think that this position here is 0, 0. So it's the same as 0, 0 we have here. The corner. I don't know if my mouse has been captured. Yes, my mouse is being captured. Okay. So this is 0, 0. This is 0, 0. And if I try to use teleport here, I could, in this case here, my teleport was buggy and I going to be inside of the mountain if I click it with the spell. It's because we have this corner here, this diagonal here. The character can go here. These layers accept all the axes. We can go right, we can go top, bottom, left. But we can go on the diagonals, so we can go top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. And because of that, if we map and we forgot a corner like this, the mapping won't work and the character will be able to go to inaccess areas. So we have to take care, we have to be some details there. This way it's working. So okay, I made this wall there. I know that this tree here blocks attack. I've tested before, so I already know that it's a black pixel there. Black is blocked here. Water is soft. Blue is soft. So and how he is drawing. How do I need to click that? I don't know if it's possible to watch. But there's a software called Merge Autoclick that I've been using. So I enable the autoclick on my scroll lock and put the autoclick to right click. So it's like my mouse, when I press scroll lock, he will keep sending a lot of right clicks on where I'm passing the mouse, and this will start to draw the pixels on the map render. So this is how I've been doing. I just need to go to the map and basically painting all the pixels we can go. Well, we made that house. We are going to do this one here now, and it needs to be it cannot be so fast because we will not draw correctly, and we have a lot of rework if we try to make things fast here, so we have to be a little slow sometimes. Okay, we made that. Let's see. Okay, there's this rock here. We need to test if this rock it's a block rock or no. As we can see, the client identified that the arrow should continue, so we understand that it's a block rock. Sometimes when it's the first time I see the object, I just try to walk on him to check the pixels and make him more correctly. Okay, this house here, have this mountain here. So I push scroll lock, move, and starting to painting again. And this is what we call map cell here. We have been doing this for all the maps that are available on the server right now. We have to do this to all the maps, and we are using this tool here to do that. Well, I get used to that. I think I added this video here. It's the length is 30 minutes, so this is what the time I spent to add this map here, Tiger Valley. Okay, let's see. Oh, I saved it. There was a problem here. I just fixed it here. Just going forward. Okay, mapping this tree here. Okay, this is where we started to mapping the soft cells. So I selected water on the flag and do the same thing. It's just that when the water is marked, it's a soft block. So this way, if I spell or error pass through these blocks, it will not consider as blocked, and it's going through. So this is what make the game, make the spells, make the mobs don't walk on this pixel too. And we do this for all the map. I just accelerate here a bit so you can see how we make this. Okay, we are adding there, there's this boat here. It's a lot of pixels, this boat, and he blocks attacks. Okay, now we have to add all these trees. So these trees, most of them are softer, some trees are blocked. This yellow thing here on the map that keeping pushing this gas, red gas, it's a soft cell too. So we have to add H of 1. Okay, adding more trees here. Okay, now I think I saved the map here. Other thing that we have to do for the map works correctly, it's get the dimension of the map. So we always have to go to this corner here, like I am. In this case, this map have this pixel. I can walk to this pixel in this map. But there's some maps that with this region here, it's a water, it's an accessible area. So we have to go to teleport before mapping to get the dimensional, and after that we turn on the map cells. So this is a work we have to do. Okay, I got the dimension there. I could check that it was 74. 69. Okay. After that, I just save it, and I'm going to access the map. First thing I'm going to do is doing teleport. I can teleport through this mountain. I can teleport through these trees. I can teleport to this water. So it's working. We need to test. Okay, I can't access this area. I can. Oh, there's a problem here. It was strange this time because I tested before. Sometimes when we save, it's appear that some pixels disappear. I don't know why he do this, but we have to go here again, open the map to check what was saved. And in this particular case, the map was right. I did not understand why I could be in there, but after that, I couldn't go anymore. It was really strange, this bug, because I could only do this one time. Here is another bug. I could go to the water. So after mapping the cells, we always have to go and test again and see what is working, what is not. I could see that that tree isn't mapped, so I come back my code and starting to mapping again. In this case here, yeah, it was missing this part, so I just added. We don't need to add all the pixels, but sometimes when things start to, I noticed that there's problems. I want to be safe, so I spend a bit more time mapping more pixels. It's another good pattern here. It's save it and open again to see if it was saved correctly. And so on. In this case, I think this map is finished. Okay, I just come back and start the test again. Oh, I can't go more to this water. I can go more through this house. I could go on this place here. So I just come back and started to map again. Well, I just added more pixels, so I will add until I can't go anymore to this area. So this is the test I make, and makes me confident to release the game, and when the players reach the map, it be working. So in this case, I could access on the correct area. I think the map is done. Yeah, map is done. So that was this is the effort we have to do to make the map work. This is all the stages. After that, we still need to add the mobs, add the respawns, or add more signs. But this is the basic what we need to do to all the maps, and we are starting to do this week with more intensity. And I going back to the slides now. I just wanted to share this video today here. Let me show here. Okay. Rodrigo, awesome bro, congrats. Nice, Rodrigo. É nóis, cara. Let's see. So this is the work we have to do. This is what we call map cells 2. It's what I showed before. So what we already mapped, I'm going to bring on the live stream or on the channels. I'm going to release these images here. So this is the maps we can access today on the alpha server. We have Water Valley, Bizarre Rocky Valley, Rock Mountain, Serpent River, Ascetic Tal, Tiger Valley, Ghost Rock, Western Village, Wetski Village, Mantis Village, Ascetic Valley, Dusky Valley. So if you join the server today, you are going to be able to walk, only movement routes. It's just the sign movement. We don't have teleports, warps, and this is the accessible area today. Not all of them have mobs. We are progressive incrementing the stage by the time. So maybe next week next week we are going to have more maps, and I'm going to update every time we add a new map on the announcement channel on the Discord. So if you want, just stay tuned in there that you get the updates. So this is it's what we can until now what I showed on the stream. It's what we released. Now I'm going to talk about a bit about fixes that we've made. Okay, we still are improving the melee combat and ranging combat. It was a bit bugged, but it's at least now we can kill the mob. There's sometimes on this week that we can't hit the mob, and that was a really bad thing. It's still a bit buggy. We can see that the character when attacks make this movement to the right. As we can see here, it's appear that the mob it's not attacking me, even if it's on an air cell. When I move it, he started to attack me. So we still need to improve some combats. It's not perfect yet. Another thing we fixed this week, it's when we pass the malware over a sign or an NPC, it's appears a description on the screen. The description was wrong. We fixed it. So now every time you can now know the level area, the name of the map is correct here. So I think I reviewed all the signs, so there's no more status that like signs. The direction of the signs, I think it's a bit better now. Okay, we still have some fixes to do on this formula here. We already discovered what is happening here, but as we can see on this video, the character can't attack in there, so it's not heavy ranger. The arrow disappear before hitting the enemy, and when we use that diagonal here, you get extra ranger. So the actual formula is giving more ranger for diagonals. So if you go to the server today and hit it from diagonal, you get extra ranger, even if it's not shown. It's a thing that we already mapped this bug. We just now need to spend some time to fix it, and we already know that. But it's possible to hit with a bow. Okay, this one here, it's another fix we made this week. It's you can't start a combat without a weapon. So if you tried before, you could get the aggro of the monster if you don't have a weapon, but you didn't start the combat. So we fixed that. Even if you hold shift and try to hit without a weapon, the mob will not respond. So this was a fix we made. You can't start combat without a weapon. And okay, this is what we released, it's what we fixed, and now we are going to discovering what we are, I think it's what we are studying, what we are working currently. One thing we discovered this week, it's how to change the shop value. So if you join the server, you could see that there was every item on the item shop, it's 66. And we did not know before how to change that value, but now we can do that. We just didn't implement it. So if someone have all the price list, just send us on Discord that we can easily implement this one. It's not hard, and we can do that. At least I think we can change the sell value too, so we are fine here. Another thing we are working right now, it's the spells. We are understanding how they work, and if we can see here, we can cast a lot of spells together. So spells, we are using the client to understand the behavior of the spells, and we could notice that the spells needs a lot of timer based algorithm. So we have, in this case, it's a buff spell. He keeps active for some period, and we have to turn it on, turn it off, and this behavior is like a timer behavior. And we just started to study the spell topic. This is helping a lot of this, and we are getting some news on the next weeks. And I just bring this here because it's a structure that we don't have on the code today. It's a timer loop. Today we have this thing here that we can call event loop. So let's see if okay, it's showing all the actions that we make on the game, like a mob do a movement, a player do a hit, a player gets HP, a player attacking. So every action it's going to event loop, and it's executed in on sequential order. So every action of the game it's executed in a queue. And what we have now, it's the necessity of a timer loop. So some things are based on time, and this time have to interact with the event loop. So for example, here I just bring in some what we call here timer loop. So for example, the responsibility of a timer loop is just looking what needs to be expired, what needs to be activated, how many time left for a thing to be vanished or started. So that's the what we can call domain of timer loop, and that's the responsibility of this function here. It's just look at times and push to event loop what needs to be done. So timer loop just verify the dates and check if something needs to be changed on the event loop, and he pushes this event. This way, for example, if we have a client that case hash, he will do two things. He will push to event loop to cast this spell. At the same time, he asks to the timer loop to this spell takes 30 seconds, so in 30 seconds you should trigger an event on the event loop that cancel this buff. For example, here I marked this window bar in red just to show example. Imagine that we need to cancel this buff. This way he should enter in the event loop like all the other actions. It's just idea here. It's not the how it's going to be, but I think we are going to have this kind of this structure for the buffs works correctly. The good part is that if we make this here work, we can control respawn barrier with that. We can control every buff, so we can implement all the buffs spells, but at the same time we are going to implement the items buffs. So this timer loop can unblock a lot of development and resource on the game, and we are still figuring out how to implement it so it will work. This is one of the challenges we have to make the buffs and most of the spells works. So we still need to define this structure here. I just give a spoiler here. And that was about fixes and maybe future. Now I have here, I just want to talk about Discord. We added, if you are new on the server, just checking the starter points, you have access to all the Slayers networks. You understand some of the how to help, how to contribute. So here's how to contribute. It's on starting point. You can ask features, you can report bug. If you want to join development here, want to contribute on this project, just go to development chat and ask. We are going to talk with you and show the project, and you are getting in there. We have links to play, so if you want to play the game, if you want to access the server we are building here, there's this section links to play. You access these assets to Walkverse. When you click on this link, you are going to a page, a thread on the Discord that you are going to download the client, download the editions. There's a software called DX Windows or something like that. And the chat create account it's where you create your account. So the account is created inside the Discord, and you get the files in the Discord, install on your Windows. Just a little tip here: if you are installing, install on C drive. If you install on other drive, it will not work. So a tip here. And we are trying to make all the channels useful, active. So we try to have the fewer channels that we can have, but until now this is the channels we are being using, and they are working very well. So we have chat, you can post anything on there, start any conversation, welcome. We can know who is joining. It's always a good idea to send a message or explain, receive well the players that are joining the community. Announcement channels, it's where we post the updates. So every time we go there, updates for a version, we probably already updated the server. So if you read updates on announcement, probably the server is already updated, so you can join and get the news. Screenshots, it's going the screenshot channel, it's being useful for us to put signs on correct location. Players are collaborating in showing where the mobs should be spawned. So we are getting a lot of good interactions in there. Just keep continuing, it's good. We can build a better game with the dynamics that are being happening on screenshots. Videos, share, we can share videos in there. Development channel, it's where we are putting development things. Bug report, if you find some bug, just put this bug on this channel. In request feature, just ask a feature there. Or if you want to add a feature, request a feature, the most you can fill this request, it will be more helpful for us to build the software later. So do the best you can, give you all the information so we can make the game. So here is an example of the screenshot that was being a good use. We are adding marking where we should spawn the mobs. This is helping us a lot. This is an example of bug reports that we have there. Just put the problems there, and we are going to also we are going to notify on announcement if a bug it's solved. But we are using this tagging system here on the forum. So there's two tags here called solved and open. So if you create a thread and it's marked as solved, probably it's already on the server update. Request feature, same as the bug report. And here, if you want support our development here, we are doing a lot of work here. I show you how hard is the project, and we take a lot of time to do that. So any support that you can give, or for me or for Zizi, we appreciate, so we can understand that we should continue with that. So if you want to support us, want us to continue with the project, just give a donation for us on the Patreon. Just get this QR code. There's a link on the description, starting points, and you can get there's plans there, so you can support us, and we are doing our best to make the game. So this is the support, and I think that's the last item we have here. So this is what backlog here. If you don't understand what this means, it's like what we need to do. It's the task list that need to be done, so or not started. So this is our backlog here. Each item on this list here, it's a topic that we need to go there and develop, and probably it's not done. So most of these items I'm showing here, it's not working on the server. So for example, we can't create a party system, we can't create a guild. Okay, chat message is working. You can send a message in the map, but there is party messages. I think there's private message, and the log. There's no chat log, so the chat is still simple. Spell scroll. This is when we want to in layers we have spells, and each spell have levels, and you upgrade the spell level by using that's spell scroll. So we have to implement the level up of the spells, buffs. So it's related what I was showing before with timers and that. The same applies to spells. In this case, there's spells that have buffs, but also there's items that have buffs. That's why we made it then separately here. So spell here we are most talking about the damaged ones. Experience, so we need to revisit the experience system because party system have different experience. We didn't get last hit experience on original Slayers, so we have to adapt to this. Respawn timer, still we have, if you have been playing, you can see that there is a respawn, but it's not optimal. I think if we want to add more mobs, have a lot of mobs, we need to make different how we have been doing the respawn timer. So the timer structure I showed before will help the buffs, but will help the respawn also. PvP, so it's not possible to hit other players, and we need to we are going to have a work on PvP to see if it's working correctly. Village portals, so we know how to make the signs works, so I can go from one map to another through a sign, but we did not tested this with portals. So there's rules we need to implement, like someone who's eating on a portal, and there's a time that the portal keep alive. So another time we have here that will benefit from the structure before. So we need to implement this kind of things. We don't have started items, so you start with a lot of money and you just buy the things. We have to revisit this item. Review initial attributes per class. So we still need to. I think there's some class that should. I think the archer class should be able to equip bows on level 1, but the game currently is not allowing that. We need to review the status for each class. It's not the correct value today. There is loot, so we still have mobs, but as you may notice, the mobs aren't dropping anything. So we have to work a lot on loot. We know how to place a item on the ground, so we know the structure for making a loot working, but loot is way more complex than that. I think there is a timer that the loot should be on the ground, so this way we can't have infinity items on the ground. So another thing that will benefit from the timer loot. Also, we have to understand how to, this mob here will have a percentage of chance to give that item or this other item. This we need to program. The next item is unique weapons. So in Slayers we have the
the weapons that you can buy on the item shop, in the arms dealer. But we have different weapons that drop from mobs, and you can create more powerful weapons with that unique weapons. There was a mechanic that have in this game, and we still don't know how to make unique weapons, so we still need to figure out. This is so far away from us from now. And the last thing I remember to put here, it's depository. Depository, it's a warehouse, I don't know if that's the name. It's where you can interact with unique weapons on this NPC. So we have to implement that part too, how to create unique weapons. But depository also have your it's where you can store or save your items. So it's your chest, I don't know how it's your depository. So we have to make these rules we don't have yet. Also, we have to make the NPC work. I don't think we worked with him before. And I think that's it for today. So this is all the items I wanted to cover here. Well, I should have turned my lights on. The live stream we will end here. If you wanna join, just there's Discord on the description of the channel. Just get in there, send a hello. We can help to develop. We can help to join the game. Also, I want to thanks everyone who joined here on the chat. Rafa, well, thanks for the cheers. Rodrigo too, thanks. Zodiac was there too. I just forgot to tell one thing, that there is a issue. Oh my god, my camera here. There is a issue that's happened on the server, that it's a black screen, all players get kicked. We are still figuring out why this is happening. We don't know yet, but hopefully we will discover soon. So if you are playing the server and you get kicked, or you cannot join the server, just go to the Discord and just type something like service offline, or I can join. It's help us, because when you try to join and you send in the Discord, we can check the timestamp of your message and try to check the logs to see what's happening and how we can fix the issue. That's it. I don't know if you are going to have a live stream next week, but I want to thanks everyone who is supporting us with likes, with subscribing the channel, joining the Discord, joining the server. Thanks, and I hope soon we are going to be able to play Slayers again. That's it. So I'm going. Have a nice weekend, and bye bye.